guys, it's Clancy, and right now you're looking at me on a Sunday morning. It is, what time is it? 7:08 a.m. I almost said p.m. a.m. I woke up at about, oh gosh, 5, and I went to bed after 1 because I was working last night. I can actually tell you guys about that in a bit because I think it's interesting. It was like a whole other ball game. I was filling in night side, so I want to talk to you about that, and kind of a crazy thing that happened. Not crazy, but you'll see. I have my pajamas still on, obviously no makeup on or anything, and my tea. But first of all, this was cool because I never film on Sunday mornings or anything, and also I love just filming when I'm more me, not just like a bunch of makeup plastered on my face. But I have a box sitting here that my mom sent me. I'll show you. Ugh! This is the box. Okay. And I thought it'd be cool to open it on camera, aka camera. That's just me saying it in a fancy way, but that just, no. All right, we gotta be careful with this guy because we all know I'm, you know. Oh, by the way, I have no idea what this box is, so that's why it's interesting and exciting. It's like Christmas. My mom sends a box. All right, so the first thing I'm seeing is some clothes that I left in New York. My mom sent me, so these are like my Knicks pajamas. Gotta represent the Knicks, you know. Next, we're seeing some bread. My mom sent me a loaf of bread. Thanks, Mom, for that loaf of bread, you know. Sometimes you need a loaf of bread. Seriously, though, this is, you know, some bread I eat. Thank you, Mom. Next, let's see. This says many of the same ingredients as the oatmeal you like. It's a post she put. And this is Special K protein cinnamon brown sugar crunch. Oh my gosh, this is my pearl necklace from home that I honestly, Mom, where'd you find this? I literally tried to find this to go to Ohio. I was like, oh, that would be nice for on air possibly. Make me look like, you know, a little bit more put together. I just feel like a pearl necklace makes everything cool. Thank you, Mom. This is Keurig Hot Pike Place Roast, medium roast ground coffee. So nice of you, Mom, but I actually haven't had coffee in months. Since like the first week I came here, it just doesn't sit well with me anymore. But this is perfect, especially if I have like guests over. It's always good to have, so thank you so much. But yeah, that's a fun fact about me. Coffee's just out of my life. It's just not a part of me. Next is Stacy's Pita Chips Garden Veggie Medley. Interesting. I've actually never had this particular kind, but that's what it looks like. Next are the Stacy's Pita Chips Simply Naked. These ones are really, really good. I just love, oh, they're like such a simple, plain flavor, but it's so good. Like, it's not just plain. Like, it's, as I just contradict myself. Thought this would give a warm glow inside your fireplace or wherever you choose. 5 lead wax candles. Thank you, Mother. And then newspapers from Long Island. Normally I don't film on Sunday mornings. I just chill, you know. This is me. This is me in my PJs. Ew, feet. Feet are gross, but not when they're yours, because I love my feet. Just kidding. I don't know why I'm saying that. But yeah, I have my mug of tea, if I can actually. It says, messy bun, getting stuff done. Do you see my bun? Actually, it blends in with the dark, and that is actually one thing when I'm filming. In my early morning shots or my dark night live shots, you can't really see my hair sometimes, and I don't like it. My photographer always yells at me for being a brunette. He says it'd be much easier to light me if I was blonde, so sorry about that, you know, born this way, am I right, Lady Gaga? But anyway, it's Sunday morning. This morning's actually different because I filled in last night on Saturday night, worked night side, which is a whole nother ball game. It's a totally different thing than working mornings, I always say. And I actually had an interesting situation where I was covering a protest. Obviously, you know, we know everything going on or that went on in Charlottesville, Virginia. You have two different sides. You have kind of like the white supremacy side. We know what they think and their thoughts. We have the side who says, you know, we are all equal. Diversity is, you know, what we want and what we need in this world. And they kind of stand up for racial justice. So it was interesting. I went to actually 2 different protests yesterday to cover. First one was in support of standing up in solidarity against white supremacy. Okay, I ran into any type of weird issues or anything there. It was very peaceful, actually. Then at night, it was around 10 o'clock. That was when my hit was. I went to a different protest. I thought it was actually over. I thought I was just going to go and do my live hit, which is like the tag before you see the package I put together, kind of just like, this is where one of the things took place, blah, 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 and then we cut to my package. Okay, so I didn't think anyone was even going to be there. It was pitch black at this place. There were no street lights. Like, when I say pitch black, I mean pitch black. And lo and behold, we arrived, and there were about 9 or 10 men sitting around still there. And these were the people, there's a lot of issues with Confederate monuments of whether or not they should be removed. These people believe they shouldn't be removed. They believe they're a part of history. And they're kind of on that side of things. So immediately they tell me there are a few of them who don't want to be filmed, and it was a little bit like, you have to understand from where I'm coming from, it's so dark outside, I can't see anything even in front of me. As I was speaking to them, I had to hold up my phone because I couldn't even see them. So I just decided, okay, you guys are standing on that side of the camera, I'm gonna film on this side, and like, I didn't even mention them because they were being a little bit weird about that, and they were purposely trying to listen to what I was saying to see what I was going to say. That was making me very like, gotta make sure I say the right things here. No, but of course I would say the right things anyway, but what's right and what they want to hear are two different things. So, I did my live hit, and they were all, actually my photographer told me as I was kind of practicing, I was whispering to myself kind of, and they were saying like, we can't hear her, why is she speaking so low? But anyways, then I did my live hit where I obviously speak kind of loud. I finish it, and then one of the things I said is that, so they were protesting the removal of a Confederate monument. Some people say it represents racism and bigotry and all of that in our history, but these people say it doesn't matter. That's what happened in history. It should be there. So that's what they were protesting. So at the end of my tag, I said something like, the city removed this monument not because of what it represented, but because it was actually in the right of way. They removed it because of the location it was in. And immediately after my tag, I'm getting ready to leave, and they say, can you come over here for a second? And I'm like, oh, snap, what's about to go down, what's about to go down? But I'm literally just like, this is not, ugh. And they said, what did you mean when you said what it represented? And that's when I knew they were trying to start something. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not happening, this is not happening. But I think that I handled the situation well. I just said, it's not what I think it represented, it's what a different side said it represented. And then I looked down at my phone as if I was like reading it as if I didn't know, I knew. And I was like, oh, they think it represents racism and bigotry. And then these people ended up giving me a whole history lesson, but then they ended up saying, what do you think? And I immediately said, I'm part of the media, I don't have an opinion, this is not my job. And they kept saying, well, you're human. And then they all started kind of gathering around me. Meanwhile, just me and my videographer, and then bunch of these men, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is not good. I kept saying, you know, I'm a member of the media, this doesn't apply to me, but they kept pushing. They said, you're a human, blah, blah, blah. Guys, in that mode, in that time, my news van was a solid 25 feet away. It wasn't a quick getaway by any means. And in that time, all you're thinking about is getting out of the situation. So I just did what I thought was best, and I just told them, I said, yeah, I understand your side, and I understand blah, 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 speaking to their side. All that matters is that I get out of there safely. At the end of the day, that's literally all that matters. But it was just interesting, you know, that was my first experience having a rocky run-in with these people. These people were angry with the media as well. This one guy was talking about how he was going to sue a different station who put him on camera when he didn't want to be on camera. I was telling me he's already been in contact with his lawyers. Just so you know, he's not going to win the lawsuit. If you're in a public place, you are able to be filmed. So I didn't tell him that. I was just like, oh, okay. I just asked him what station because I wanted to make sure it wasn't mine because I don't know, but it wasn't my station. But yeah, working last night, definitely different. You can actually check out the package I put together. It's on the Fox 45 Now website. I can have it linked down below so you can see what I worked on all day. It was definitely, oh my gosh, did you guys see I did a Facebook live stream during the 11 o'clock show, like the night news, in the studio. So showing you behind the scenes and all of that. I feel like that's really cool. So you can check out my Facebook page down below to see that. And also, be sure to give it a like, you know what I'm saying? No, but seriously. Hey guys, it's Clancy. The next day, it is a Monday, and I realized, you know, watch this vlog over to edit it. It feels very incomplete, but I did like a point that I touched on, that I started to touch on, and kind of just what it's like to be a news reporter in today's social climate. Obviously, we know the media, it's always called the fake media, and it's really come under fire a lot. So it's interesting for me to be, you know, coming into this business at this time when our president is very, you know, not positive toward the media, and that leads a lot of other people to not be positive. I remember when I actually came out and said I was being a TV news reporter, there were some people, I wouldn't, definitely not my subscribers, like other, I can't explain it, like just random people who I guess stumbled across my videos, who were like, oh my gosh, like just more fake media, fake journalism, all of that fake news. And so it's interesting But if anything, it just makes me that much more determined, because it just makes you determined to get the facts straight. And let me tell you, it's not easy. Like, when I can tell you, when I'm sitting at home as a viewer and CNN or anyone I'm watching, you know, get something maybe slightly off, or even just, it's just so easy to just be sitting on my couch judging. It's so easy. And you know what? They're professionals. They make it look so easy. You know, they're just sitting there and just giving you information, and you think they're just on their thrones. Behind the scenes of news is so crazy. You are working up until the second you're on air. And also, it's hard because you want to be the first to get it out. That's part of the business. That's part of the game. Try to be first. You know, who wants to listen to someone who's second or third? Is it even news anymore? The problem is, you try to be first, you don't always get all your facts straight. It's hard. It's a really hard balance to strike. Being a journalist in today's world and today's climate, I'm up for the challenge. But yeah, I'm gonna go because this vlog actually is considerably, you know, considerably done. But let me know what videos you guys want to see in the future. I would love to film them, and thank you so much for watching.